Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Noel. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, of course, today's no different. Today, we're back to talk about Sutton Stracke reportedly saying that she would quit the show, quit the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and walk away after one season of actually being a diamond holder. Guys, we're going to jump into all of those details. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Apparently, from what we're hearing, Sutton almost quit the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after the Dinner Party from Hell Part 2. It was noted that after Erika threatened her for her many inquiries about what's going on, this alleged embezzlement, her divorce, where money could be, and potentially, allegedly, calling her a liar, Erika was not happy about that. Erika literally pointed in her face. She asked her, do you want to be sued? She said, if you ever call me a liar again, I'm going to come for you. And from what we're hearing, from what Sutton said in an interview on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, she whispered something pretty harsh under her breath that Sutton said she would never repeat. I don't want to put words into her mouth. This is what Sutton said. I sat there and I thought to myself, all right, I'm going to take this one. I'm not going to cry. And I thought, nope, I'm leaving because I'm not going to sit here and have someone like that threaten me, which I don't actually blame her for that. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm not going to do it because I'm really no longer afraid of this. And I think it's really important to understand that those threats seemed really real and scary. For her, she's letting us know this was real to me. This was an intense moment. I was terrified. And when you have the Ice Queen jumping down your throat, yeah, I could imagine that would not be fun. Sutton also said, I'm not being a baby about this. I was just like, I'm out. This is not worth it. Then, of course, a producer asked her, wait a minute, were you actually ready to leave the group when you got up and walked away from the table? And she confirmed, oh, yeah. She actually said, oh, yeah, I was leaving. I'm not going to have somebody threaten me like that, threaten my family like that. No, not worth it. She continued on to explain, this is serious stuff, which is why I brought it up in December. Look at where we are today. It was serious stuff, and I was right. More and more headlines are continuing to come out. We keep seeing the drama unfold. We've heard so many more allegations since they actually filmed the show. To Sutton's defense, she had very valid concerns, and she didn't want to be associated with it, and she didn't want to be threatened by Erika. I don't blame her for this. She also said about how serious this was, this is. And I don't think I was in the wrong to start the conversation with the rest of these women. Thank you, Sutton and Garcelle and Dorit, for engaging in this conversation because that's exactly what the fans wanted. So to you guys, job well done. You deserve your diamonds. Now, we all know that Sutton is not actually walking away. She did attend the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion and she decided to stay. Why she decided to stay? I guess, like she said, I'm not going to be a baby about it. But at the end of the day, when she says this is real stuff, can you blame her for feeling the many emotions that she felt? Especially if you had somebody in your face. To be fair, how would you react? I honestly don't know how I would react. I don't know. She's a classy woman. She's not going to put her hands on Erika, and I don't think you should. She didn't want to sit there because there was something mumbled under Erika's breath, allegedly, that we don't know and she won't share with us. She doesn't want to be, asked, do you want to be sued? This was an intense situation, but this wasn't the only intense situation. From what we're hearing about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, Lisa and Garcelle got into it pretty bad. What they said was Renee and Garcelle went at it, and they went at each other hard. From what we're hearing, Lisa and Garcelle's fight was one of the most dramatic moments of the reunion. There was a lot of fighting and yelling, and this has all been brewing between them all season, to which it finally came out. Team Garcelle here, just saying. Obviously, we know that we're about to get the new episode on Wednesday, and there are a few questions that I have in my head, but I'll have to wait for it to unfold. But we see in the teaser that Erika Girardi is sitting down with Kyle, telling her that Tom's house was burglarized, and he confronted the burglar. She also said that with that in doing so, he had to get eye surgery. Her son had to go help him, and then somebody rolled their car. I've been reading a lot of the fan comments, and people are kind of like, I'm getting whiplash with your stories here. If they're all true, wow, this is extremely unfortunate, but this is just a lot of coincidences that I can see where the fans are raising their questions. Now, I'm sitting back waiting for everything to play out. I want to see the facts, the police records, the medical records. I want to see what the judge says, how it all pans out in court, obviously, because it's still very true. Innocent until proven guilty. But mind you, Andy Cohen even pointed this out in his interview. Erika, in this moment, at this time, is not being convicted or charged with any crimes. She's not, it's not happening. She's allegedly being sued, but she's not looking at any criminal repercussions. That's not on the table in this moment. So it is very important to note that. As for Tom, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how this is going to play in his favor or if it will at all. We know that he was diagnosed with late onset Alzheimer's and early dementia. But after talking with Emily D. Baker, at the end of the day, if he can't remember anything and he can't let us know where the money went, how it was spent, what happened, and he actually does have Alzheimer's and or dementia, he most likely won't end up doing any jail time for any of these allegations if found guilty. It's just important to note that as well. Now, some fans say that this is very strategic, and other fans feel bad, and they're like, okay, well, shit, this man now has health issues. What do we do now? But again, I'm going to wait for this to play out. My question is for you guys. What do you think about Sutton allegedly being willing to walk away from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Do you think that's fair, or do you think if you were in her shoes, you would have handled it a little bit different? And as for Garcelle and Lisa Rinna, I'm just curious what actually happened at that reunion. I feel like Garcelle doesn't trust Rinna. I don't think she has a reason to trust Rinna. And I don't think that Rinna really is an authentic friend to Garcelle. When they had that moment back and forth at Garcelle's house, and she's like, I don't think you're there for me. I don't think you have my back. Lisa just looks at her and goes, oh gosh, really? Really? I'm sorry you feel that way. What the? Okay, I'm going to leave this alone. All right, guys. So again, we're going to be going live on this Thursday to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're also going live today on Down with Jason at 1 p.m. to talk about Met Gala's do's and don'ts, and at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today to talk about 90 Day Fiancé. So we have a lot coming up. Stick with us. And if you haven't already, go ahead, comment below, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.